Y'all, it's me. Welcome back to the house on Avery Road. It's time to go take a walk through the garden. We've not done that in almost a month. And oh my, stuff's got wild. Stuff's got wild out there. Come on, let's go look. We're gonna start here at the peppers, which I can't remember the exact name of these peppers here that are the ones that are actually putting on. I'm finna show y'all, but I will type it out, the name of them. I'm pretty sure it's the ones that Kevin and Sarah grew last year that they raved about so much. Ajvarsky Peppers. Let's look. Yes, I believe that these are the Edgevarsky Peppers. Now these will get red, and I'm pretty sure this is the only pepper that I planted that's that shape. I've got a lot of blooms coming on. Hadn't really got any more peppers on these. Well, there's one. I think that's another Ajvarsky though. Right there, can you see it? These nasturtiums are the only nasturtiums that are still doing really good. Oh, my dog's barking at that dog. Oh well. Now these tomatoes, let me show y'all. They're beginning to put on. There's a big old cluster down there. It's a pretty good sized tomato there and there. Not sure what varieties these are. Look how big they're getting. All right here we've got the basil that is covered up with the squash. Oh, and the other day I found squash bugs. Oh, let me see if I can find some more and show you what they look like. Yep, right there they are. See them? Focus. Oh, and that squash bug eggs, I'm gonna have to come take care of that. We're just gonna, ooh. So, once these get riddled with squash bugs, I will rip these out. Do we have, oh, I have a squash ready to be picked. Lovely. Put that right there for the minute. And we'll keep looking. What's on this one? Any on here that needs picketed? There. I'm gonna have fried squash. Ooh, I see something I'm gonna show y'all right there. There's another one. Awesome. Now these are the Brad's Blueberries. Look how pretty these are. I'm a member of a couple of farming groups, and I saw today that a couple of people said that they really didn't enjoy these, but I absolutely love them. I think they're delicious. Got a couple of peppers back there. Those are bells. They're doing okay, but they're shaded. They're shaded out a lot. Look at this. Sunflower. It's huge. See if I can get back and show you. Look at it. So pretty. Y'all, I'm very excited for my sunflowers this year. I've got some over here that I'll show y'all too. Got some more squash, more tomatoes. Now these tomatoes here are one of my favorite varieties. Ooh, but I might be wrong. Hold on. Is it? Is this climbing triple crop? Oh, I'm not sure. We're gonna look. I've got some yellowing going on that plant. That's the only plant that I've got yellowing going on. I'm not sure what variety that is. I believe that one there is a Granny Cantrell. Let's look. This one's a Granny Cantrell. Look at those. Lovely. Look at that one. Oh, that's a big old tomato. Love it. Squash. Oops. Straight neck. Y'all see that? Finna pick it. Lovely. I'm gonna have fried squash. Now I know, look, that's a flower, but it's getting too much shade, so it's not blooming. But once I take these squash out, I believe it's gonna bloom real good. zucchini. I'm gonna give that one more day. Now, we talked about the squash bugs on these squash, but right in there is flat leaf parsley. And when I rip this squash out, that flat leaf parsley will go. It'll be amazing. In there last year, I planted squash and tomatoes. I didn't plant anything in there this year. And the grass has been really started to grow, so I spread some straw just to keep the grass down. The straw's been working great in my beds, the ones that I did. Now this tomato here, almost all season long, I've been suffering from leaf curl on this. And my tomato blossoms have been dropping blossoms left and right. Here, give me some tomatoes, give me some tomatoes. But these are little tomatoes. I'm not sure what variety these are. But we're gonna find out because we've got tomatoes on them. Now right back here, this little plant is not as tall as the rest of them, but this is a, give me a second, I'm gonna tell you, it is an orange Rousselini from M.I. Gardner, and it's doing really good. Can't wait to start getting some tomatoes from this as well. I love the orange Rousselini. These ones back here are climbing triple crop. And once again, they're not producing as much as they did last year, I don't think. But they're just now really getting going. There's another little one right there. That's another climbing triple crop right there. And I don't see any tomatoes on it. Oh, maybe a couple. And we'll talk about pickles in a minute when we get over to the cucumbers, but this is my deal. I'm really tickled with this deal. I got these seeds from Baker Creek. I'll try to tell you, I'll try to put it here, the variety of this deal. It's more bluish than it is green, but more peppers here that are fixing to start putting on peppers. The hotter it gets, my peppers are gonna do much, much better. So there's that. Oh, look. There's a spot. You know what that's from? That spot is from hail damage. About 2 or 3 weeks ago, we had a hailstorm come through. It was right after our last garden tour. And my garden got some hail damage. But it's pulling through and it's coming back. So that's those. Look. Nothing excites me more, y'all, than seeing all this fruit, knowing that I'm gonna be getting some tomatoes. Look at these zinnias. My zinnias just crapped out last year, but these are doing great. More tomatoes. Now this bed here is all an F1 hybrid called Jetstar. Jetstar tomatoes. Really excited for these too. They say that once these start producing that they'll really put on. Here's another sunflower. Lovely. This sunflower, I believe, is like autumnal colors. We'll see when it blooms, but I think that's I think it's got more browns and oranges in that one. Love that. Y'all look here. This right here is a little cubby hole in my garden. I love to come and sit amongst the tomatoes. I love it. Love it a lot. Now, early on, this tomato bed here, if you go back and watch the garden tours, I didn't see a lot of hope with it. The tomatoes have finally grown and are looking great. No leaf curl, no yellowing, no spots. But I'm not seeing a lot of tomatoes. And this is a new bed. This is a new bed, and this is a new bed. That bed there is one of the new beds. That is a new bed. This is F1 hybrids. All of these are, oh, what is it? What is it? Heirloom seeds. All of this bed is heirloom seeds. So let's see what's going on. This is a Dr. Witch's yellow, but you can see the tomatoes are tiny. A lot of the blooms are drying up. Tiny tomato. That tomato only has one on it. Oh, here's a couple right there. That's a Dr. Witchie's as well. Let's come around. See that nasturtium? That nasturtium never did do too much. This is thyme, and this is, I call it crabgrass. It's a pain in the tail is what it is, but here's thyme. It's doing all right. Another little tomato. Come on, get me some tomatoes. Where the wild things grow, y'all look. I'm gonna back up. Look at that sunflower. Oh, it's backlit. Okay, ground cherries. And my ground cherries, y'all, that's not ready. These things are the healthiest plants, the most productive plants. I'm just telling you right now, I have 8 ground cherries and 8 ground cherries. This is, remember that squash that I told y'all about that I didn't know where it come from? It's a butternut squash, and I'm going to show y'all a little bit of it. Let's come around here. This poor plant looks like lace. It's going to seed. Oh, sunflower. Look at it. That's a little sunflower, but it's going to be gorgeous. Some more zinnias. Look how gorgeous. Now, this. Okay, let's talk about cucumbers. I planted 3 cucumber plants. Blooms, oh my gosh, there's tons of blooms. I've picked about 4 cucumbers off of it. I want enough cucumbers because I'm not a cucumber fan. I just don't like to sit and eat one. But I want enough cucumbers to ferment a gallon of dill fermented cucumbers to make pickles. And like I say, they're just not coming in strong and abundantly. If any of y'all know something I can put on them, maybe to encourage growth. I mean, they've got tons of blooms. I mean, look at all the blossoms. There's a cucumber right there. There's another cucumber right there. Maybe they're gonna start giving me a few cucumbers. Ooh, see that right there? It's not quite ready yet, so I'm gonna leave it. And I'm hoping that I can get more cucumbers off of them so that I can go ahead and ferment my cucumbers. So right here, this is that butternut squash that's coming out here in the walkway. And I'll show you. Now this come back from seeds, right? There's another one. This one did not germinate, so I'm gonna pull it off. When they shrivel up and dry like that, y'all, that just means that this was not pollinated. That's what that means. That one should be good. Now I've had to come out here and hand pollinate as well, so yeah. It's crazy through here, crazy. This is the Chinese red noodle beans, and you can see they're way above me up there. I can't wait till they start producing. And they've just now started blooming, if I can show you a bloom. Yeah, right here. They've just now started blooming, so I can't wait to see if I can't wait to have my first Chinese red noodle beans. They're gonna be amazing. This is a purple coneflower that has not done nothing. I think it's because it's shaded. But there's that, another big one of those sunflowers. The other sunflowers. Love it. Now, let's turn our attention to these sunflowers for a minute. This is the rattlesnake bush bean, or the rattlesnake pole beans. That is pink potted pole beans right here. You can see. I can't wait for these to start producing too. I can't wait to eat beans, y'all. Here, under here, that is oregano. But these sunflowers, these are multi-headed sunflowers. So there's a head right there. There's another head right there. Another one. And another one. So these are going to produce multiple sunflowers on one plant. So I'm excited about these. And back here is my cucumber, not my cucumbers, my okra. The okra, I need to do some weeding back here, but I have had to re-sow this okra 3 times. And now it's finally coming on. So, ooh, weeds. Yep, I need to weed this bed. Ooh, it's hot out here. That concludes the garden. Now, I have already, let's see what I put up. I put up 2 batches of summer squash relish. If y'all didn't see that video, go watch it. I'll link it here somewhere. Turned out so good. So I made 2 big batches of that. So now I'm set for relish for the winter. Let me get these squash that I picked. Over here. And thank y'all for walking around with me and looking at the garden. I'll show you one more thing. I had to water this while ago when I come home because I've had 2 days of hot weather, like in the 90s. So this plant here that I'm about to show you is a Black-Eyed Susan vine. I got the seeds from Baker Creek and I love this thing. We have nicknamed this plant Bernice after Wayne's Aunt Bernice. But she sure is pretty, and by the end of the summer, it'll grow and it'll cover this entire trellising thing here. This is 2 pieces of old gazebo that my neighbor had, and I took 2 pieces, wired it together. It's really pretty. I like it. So I know that wasn't a long garden tour. Oh, and I made strawberry rhubarb jam, a batch of that from strawberries that I found for $1.88 for 2 pounds. Shut up. Made strawberry rhubarb jam, a run of that, and then a plain strawberry jam, a run of that. Turned out so good. I'm loving it. But anyway, y'all, once again, my name is Mark from the house on Avery Road. It is hot. Today is July 4th. Hope you had an amazing 4th of July weekend. Hope you were safe. Hope you ate a lot of good food. But anyway, my name is Mark. Thank y'all so much for watching the video. If you think anybody would like this video or any of my videos, share them. Put them out there in the world. Give the video a thumbs up. Leave a comment in the comment box. Subscribe to the channel if you've not subscribed. Listen, if you've not subscribed, it's free. Just click the subscribe button. It'd make me happy. I love y'all. Talk to you later. Bye!